Hello, welcome to another episode of the Strength Classroom. Today I'm showing you my dynamic effort bench press workout, and I'm using cluster sets. Now, I don't really know if this video has come out yet, but cluster sets, I basically do 3 mini sets in a bigger set, and that constitutes as one set. So this is my final week in the wave. I did 4 cluster sets of 4x4 mini sets. And the weight was a bit too high for 4 reps. I should have stuck to doing 5 cluster sets of 3x3. And I should have adjusted the percentage. But you know what? I still got a good desired training effect. The work was very dense. The speed was still there considering of what the amount of weight I was using. And overall, I just got a good training effect from it. This was a very successful 3-week wave, and I am really pleased to report that it went well. So if you haven't seen that video, stay tuned, and if the video is out, then I guess you got to see it in practice. So, c'est la vie. And then I moved into some weighted dips. Now the reason being is I'm trying to really work on my pec and lat hypertrophy, so a lot of my exercise selection is going to be going towards that, and I actually think weighted dips are like the number one pec exercise. I just don't know what it is. My pecs are always pumped, and even like my upper pec gets pumped. So these are a great movement. Everyone always talks about how these impinge your shoulders and this and that. As long as you're retracting your shoulder blades and not excessively rounding forward and protecting that shoulder joint, there should not be anything wrong. Now I use this loading pin to load weights, and I think I have to stop because it just swings all over the place and makes the exercise unnecessarily hard in a way that's not beneficial. So I don't even feel like it's working on stability or anything. It's just making it more uncomfortable for the sake of being uncomfortable, not because it's adding anything. So I'm definitely going to go back to just strapping plates on. And here is JM presses with some chains, which is great. You should give these a shot. JM presses with bands or chains are a really great movement to take some stress off the elbows and to add more to the lockout portion of the lift. I highly, highly recommend you give it a shot. Then I just did some good old-fashioned dumbbell rows, 4 sets of 10, fairly low rest periods with 110 pounds. And this is the last time you will see me do dumbbell rows like this. I have a new method for doing them, and I find they hit the back a lot more. Then I forgot to do face pulls at the beginning of my workout, which I typically do. So I just did them after my rowing movements. And sometimes I do them seated, sometimes I do them standing. It just depends on how I feel that day. Either or is great. They're a good upper back and rear delt exercise, and I think everyone should be doing them. They're a great, great movement for shoulder health and hypertrophy of the upper back. Then I moved into some landmine presses. This is the heaviest I pretty much go on landmine presses with the one arm. 75 pounds is really a good enough weight for, like, let's say 10s or 15s to use on this to get a good training effect in the upper back and delts. There's really no reason to go heavier for me right now, as I am using it fairly late in the workout. Then I just finished off my workout with band extensions on the bench. I wrap them around the bench and make sure my elbows are flared out all the way to the side and just basically go till failure. This is a pump up exercise, but it also builds up the tendons and all that little stuff as well, because I am doing higher reps and I do get a pump in my muscles as well. So it's almost like injury prevention, hypertrophy, all the above. And then I supersetted those with some hammer curls, and these are either 30 or 40 pounds. I can't remember. I can't remember if I went heavy on these. I don't think so, because I'm doing them like so nonchalantly. And I don't even remember if I did 3 sets of 10, but who cares? It's just a curl. If you like this video, please click that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Share the videos with your friends if you think they'll like them as well. If you have a question for me, drop them in the comments. And as always, class is dismissed.